Thank you very much, Killer Pigeon. Yes, looking forward to this one. The decisive Game 3 between NIGMA and Liquid. Fogged, we've seen the draft. What do you have to say about it?
Oh, snap.
Prepare for
Really
battle.
now? You should have seen that coming.
That was not
They'll never
wise.
find
Chill,
your
baby.
grave.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to agree. I think whereas with the first two games, I think there's a much clearer sort of, you know, the one lineup goes for an incredibly sort of greedy sort of draft that gets punished by the other side. I think this time round, I do agree with you. I think Liquid's gone sort of the greedier route. They're trying to get away with some carries that are a little more dependent on items. I mean, we saw last game heroes like the Ember Spirit for NIGMA. This is a hero that does so much with just levels. Items, you know, that's sort of the bonus on top. You just do so much damage, and you can be so active with just the innate abilities of the hero itself. So I do think it's a slightly easier game for NIGMA to play, but I definitely think this is going to be much closer than what we saw in both games and Game 2. I can't quite close the gap in. We'll see what sort of lane setups we are going to have. It is indeed going to be Mickey taking the Monkey King to the mid to go for that matchup against the TA. Quakefer starting with the Lone Druid up on the top lane. Of course, being backed up by Insanius. Costa leaving the SD Mars lane to be played down bottom. And a pretty potent lane right as well. Any sort of setups into a good angle for the spear could really mess with Miracle on the early levels if he's not too careful.
Feel death's cold embrace.
I mean, that's a huge kill. Yeah, getting off sort of the first few waves. He is going to have the TP back to the lane, but already being able to mess with Quakefer on those early levels, the three of them. Quakefer's got to be careful, as again, as soon as he's into the lane, Mind Control pops the Arctic Burn and starts to really force them back. Indeed, Miracle. Sleight of Fist will do it. A second kill for NIGMA. Both side lanes able to find some early action. Oh. As NIGMA are able to control that top lane, we will see the pull being made. GH is around to try and mess with it a little bit. Oh, that's true. I mean, in the mid lane, obviously as expected on the first few levels, Mickey having that edge against the TA. So, whereas the kills may be there for NIGMA, CS certainly isn't at the moment. Yeah, so the lesser duration is no problem at all. You're always going to be getting the follow-up hit. Yeah, there's going to be more than enough time to keep them consistently slowed between those attacks. Dude, bottom. There's that setup. That's the combo I'm talking about. The disruption into spear, it will do it very, very easily on those early levels. Miracle has to be careful. It's an incredibly strong duo to play into. It's not easy at all for the safe lane Ember. Anytime Boxy and Tiger see an opportunity to go and Kura's not quite around in time to offer up any sort of responsive play, Miracle will just die to the duo. this Monkey King is going to be able to have a huge impact out of the lanes. You know, Mickey with this free farm he gets mid. The moves that he'll make, and as you mentioned, they're not necessarily looking at the side lanes, but keeping track of Weeha's farm, making sure that he's not able to back up into the camps and get away. They might be able to turn up, go on a Miracle as well. Boxy's getting low, but he's got the stick charges. Another knockback with the shield bash. Miracle does manage to get the two-man's chains, and that will get the kill. Tiger, has he got much more mana to play with? He has not, but he doesn't need it. One more right-click, Tiger takes the trade as Miracle falls. Tiger will be able to start clarity up and back away. He's got tangos going as well. He can stick around, soak up some XP from the lane, on top of cleaning up that big old kill on the Ember. As Miracle continues to, yeah, the CS for all three cores of NIGMA, just not on par with that of Liquid. Liquid have managed to secure these strong lanes. Yeah, I mean the mid lane nearly, well, it's over a half a level difference at the moment between Mickey and We Are. Oh, very cute. GH, she still wants to stay persistent with the movement towards mid. TP's over towards the tier 1 in that mid lane. Top lane, Mind Control be able to grab the rune from the river. Yeah, GH will be able to get the own there. So it will be a 2 for 2 on the bounty rune trade here at 5 minutes in. But it really... Oh, I was going to say, nearly had a bit of a repeat there. GH has got to be careful stepping close to these cliffs whilst Insania's around. And they'll be sure to fight that sort of movement though if We Are does try and make it aggressively into the jungle. Liquid will definitely be in with a response in terms of protecting those stacks. Gee, still... I mean, they're trying to wrap around. He's going to be able to get the Jingu built up. And with a balance and a turnaround onto GH, they'll look towards the clockwork. He's taking hits from the tower. Trap slow onto Mickey. Mickey still with a bit of life steal to rely on. They'll kill off GH. We are trying to stand his ground and finish up this kill onto Mickey. Tries to go for the juke, but the meld hit will still connect. Weehar's able to move in and take down Mickey. GH gives his life for a good trade for NIGMA. Top lane, the dive in onto Mind Control from Quote from the Bear will kill him off. No TP reaction quite in time from NIGMA, able to turn that one around as Kuro couldn't quite make it before his offlaner fell.
Oh, snap! I saw that ending from mine.
Bottom lane. Another setup, but the disruption into the spear, but Miracle's able to pop the guard in time. Turns with a sleight of fist, they'll take Tiger. He can maybe even look towards Boxy as well. He's going to have chains back up in a second. Does need to be careful with the... Why? In fact, he wasn't careful enough. He fell low enough. Boxy was able to snipe him with the spear. I think Miracle not quite expecting to be dropped that low from the resulting damage of the SD and then the nuke from the Mars spear, as Boxy claims an easy kill on the Ember. Yeah. Trying for the three-man movement onto Mickey. He'll turn, but he gets brought in by the Sinister Gaze. Kuro having enough lockdown to ensure that there's no stun coming out. This time it was Liquid unable to get in time with the TPs to protect their core. This is pretty huge. They're taking away these stacks from Liquid. Liquid want to do something to stop this. They're without their mid for 10 seconds. And NIGMA, they look to be getting the lion's share of these creeps. They've got to try and fight this. Arena's down. They'll look for the lockdown onto Weeha. Get the fraction out. They have got a Winter's Curse from Mind Control, buying some safety for Weeha. Finally, the Arena will end. He'll try and leave, but the root is there on the first hit from Quake for spare. Liquid, they've got to get kills out of this. They lost a decent amount of stacks to this movement from NIGMA. Can they claim kills in response? The spear won't quite latch Miracle to the tree, as Miracle will live. Mickey is able to clean up Kuro. They'll turn towards GH. Tiger, no disruption for 12 seconds, so GH should be fine here. Mickey turning back towards the river with that final jump as mind control. He's inside the pit, falls to another route for quite for his Miracle. Still trying to finish this, but Mickey, he's prepared with the build-up boundless strike, slams it down onto GH and onto Miracle. Liquid, they will be able to punish NIGMA severely. Miracle with a buyback, jumps back in with the remnant that he had prepared. He's got one more remnant to play his way out of this. He will get disrupted. Mickey, no stun for 6 seconds. Miracle should be more than fine. Remnant's out. In fact, he's still thinking about sticking around. He wants to go back in. Slight changes up in a second. Mickey jumps forward with the Primal Spring slow. Kuro buffing up Miracle with a Frost Shield. He can continue to push on. This buyback, it could result in more, but the 3-man Boundless Strike turn things around with the Blinding Light. Insane knocks him back. Boxy's walking back over. No arena for 20 seconds. The spear connection, it connects onto Weeha. Locks him down to the tree. Boxy trying to stay on top of Kuro, but NIGMA maneuvering in a way that they cannot get to the supports Liquid. Now, Tiger turns, poison onto Miracle. Mickey, he's trapped by the cogs. NIGMA, they get another kill, and Tiger, he's dead as well. The buyback working out perfectly. Miracle's not even done. Another remnant back as he gets knocked back by Boxy's spear. Liquid will keep the rest of them safe. Quaver, one route onto Kuro will grant them the kill onto the Lich. See if he can find it. Not there, and they're going to play it safe as well. They'll lock down the bear with the Winter's Curse, make sure that Liquid cannot strike back and even get any of these support kills. As all in all, the buyback from Miracle certainly paying off. He's able to get back in and ensure another 2 kills go the way of NIGMA.
Don't mind.
Yeah, but the action just non-stop in this game. 12-11 between the two sides, less than a 1k gold difference, and without a doubt, this game, it's just on a much more even matching. You know, both teams can play at this pace. They're ready to fight. They're ready to get involved. You know, this is what we like to see. This game, this is not going to be a game that's done and dusted in 20 minutes. This one is going to go a much longer distance. Yeah. It's like we've got 10 position 5s in the game. You know, in previous patches, that's the amount that they'd have. Yeah. It's just, you know, Gaben takes some money in real life, and now he's taking it in the game as well. You know, when will it stop? Top lane.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, Insania. Oh, he's hiding. GH has got a hook shot. He's trying to get in, but he can't get past the bear. Quaitfer's going to push it back with a fear. Where's the route? There it is. First hit onto GH. GH tries to reach out for some sort of safety with the hook shot, but he won't find the connection. Quaitfer staying on top of him. The spear's out. GH doesn't get clipped to the tree, and he is protected by the Frost Shield. They're still trying to chase him down. Kuro, he's not quite 6 yet, so no Chain Frost available to turn and fight back with. His GH will just try and draw them away from the rest of his team as he slowly gets finished off. Kuro, he'll go as well. Mickey slams him out with a Boundless Strike. They get 2 kills, Liquid there for NIGMA diving in as they were. But NIGMA, their focus is on this tier 1 tower top and maybe even onto Tiger behind this tower as Mind Control reaches in. He's getting a fair few stacks up onto Mind Control. He's messing around with him pretty darn well. The Cold Embrace will heal Mind Control up for now, but the Spear Snipe from Boxy comes into play. The arena's up, but Miracle, he says nice arena, and with a Remnant now he's there, but they were prepared for this. Liquid, they read the positioning, they were there at the Remnant, but Kuro and GH, they're in to protect him. Ignis Fatuus laid down by Insania, bringing back the 2 supports, and Mickey, he's in on the backlines, not quite enough damage to kill off Miracle though. Miracle will stay alive. There'll be a buyback from Kuroki as NIGMA, they want to keep this fight going. GH trying to run in, again, Quaitfer hits the root, jump forward from Weeha, he has the blink complete, they want to kill off this bear, kill it off fast, but Quaitfer pops the fit, pushes back the TA, they lock down the bear with the curse, they want this bear dead and gone, and with the trap prepared underneath the feet of Quaitfer, they can step over and make moves onto the lone druid himself. Slight change comes in, Quaitfer will be left behind, the rest of Liquid desperately trying to scarp her, but Weeha with this blink dagger pickup, he can chase up for more, gets the double kill.
With flair.
Dire's top
coming over. There's a TP in from Tiger. No arena for 15 seconds. Roche falling fast, as you said. GH is already there on the high ground, ready to look out for these sort of plays that Tiger's going to make. Tiger trapped in the cogs. They'll be able to hold him back, leave Weeha in the pit in an attempt to finish it. Midk's coming in close. It is low. Is he going to get in the pit in time? Weeha's getting bashed up. They need to send someone in there, but they're not going to do so in time. NIGMA's able to finish it off, get the Aegis on Weeha. Insania knocks back GH with the blinding light, but Weeha's in with the follow-up. Jumps in with a blink. The rocket will scout out Midk. They're hunting. Jump forward with the remnant to clear the trees, but Midk's already out of them. They're looking for this kill onto the Monkey King, but Midk, he actually just turns, boundless strike out. He just kills Miracle in front of the rest of his teammates. With the Wukong's come hard down, GH, he's also got to be careful. They'll throw out the Chain Frost jump forward for Weeha. Midk tries his best to dodge it. Midk, he's still alive here, but finally falls. It's cost Weeha's positioning those. Weeha's in deep. We'll see if Boxy can take the Aegis out of the hands of the TA as Weeha. He hides with the meld. Boxy, he doesn't have detection available on him, so Weeha won't even fall the once. The Aegis still protected. Mind control, trying to turn with the curse to buy him time to TP out. He'll go for the TP. Quaitfa's out of range of it with the real hero, but he doesn't have the damage to kill Mind Control before he TP's out. Oh, he will not. They have the disruption, and GH will tick down to the damage from that Purge of Tiger. So again, the action just non-stop here in this game 3. 15 minutes in, 17 to 19. That's just how we love it.
Finders, keepers.
Oh, DD denied. Senia. Yep, you deny my DD, I'll deny your life. Or will he? The disruption. Insania's going to live. He's able to turn with the Ignis Fighters. It's another beautiful bait from Insania. We saw this in game 1. He's doing it again here in game 3. He just baited Weeha in, who loses the Aegis. And Liquid, they're ready to go for round 2 on the TA. Can NIGMA protect it? Liquid is still a little hesitant on how they commit. They know there's going to be backup for Weeha, but there isn't enough. Kuro alone, he cannot do what it takes to keep Weeha alive. That's Aegis and the TA's life gone in a flash.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I can push on him.
Dire's top tower is falling.
Mind Control's got the setup as well. They have got the Curse and the Chain Frost if they want to try and go for kills. They'll just focus the bear. Quaitfa's going to have to leave that one behind. GH staying on top of Boxy. Boxy drops the arena. He misses the spear though, so GH is still able to close the gap, lock him in the cogs. Boxy's trying to run. I don't know if there's going to be any escape from these two though. GH will continue the chase. Kuro's soon to be able to get in range for a Chain Frost. Boxy has no TP for 30 seconds, so all he can do is try and make them run as long as he can make them. Oh, but the Jukes. It's going to take them a while to kill him. Push back with a spear. You know, Boxy, he's making space. I mean, can they actually kill him? They should be able to. GH is going to have hook shot in 10 mana. And he's got TP back up. If he can find some way to make sure that there's no TP cancel between the two of them, he could get out of here. And he has. The pushback with a spear. It wasn't enough though. GH did just have enough mana for the hookshot, cancels the TP. It's, you know, nice try from Boxy, certainly made them work for it. Made some space for the rest of his boys. Mickey's in the jungle, finishing off his Echo Saber. And of course, Quaitfa working towards the Desolator. First Mithril Hammer done. Once he's got the Deso on top of the Mask of Madness, this bear will start to rip through towers and objectives. And finally, Liquid's going to be able to get out on the map and take some tier 1s for themselves. Now looking at he's still very much in a great position to hit these excellent timings on the Blink Deso. Just 1,400 gold away. And that Blink Deso will be complete. And that really is when, you know, the TA just is in our element. Any opportunity to jump in on top of a support, 2 hits, maybe even 1 hit. And the support's gone. NIGMA can try and start these fights with a numbers advantage if Weeha's able to find those backlines.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. They're out. Weeha. It's going to be the focus. If Tiger can find the setup. I don't know if Weehar's getting out of this one. The spear comes in perfectly into the demonic purge and the boundless strike. Weehar is dead, too far away from the rest of his teammates. GH tried to come in and help, but the arena's dropped down. They'll use the curse onto Mickey, but nobody else is in range of it at all. So Mickey, he's not going to take any damage at all. GH will be left behind as Liquid, they're able to push NIGMA out from trying to greedily farm over in this area of the map that Liquid do have well warded and protected.
Dire are scanning.
TPs are instantly coming in though. He gets the ult off, so this tankiness has increased tenfold. Do they have the damage to kill him? He's ticking down low, but protection will be there. Tiger's in, has a disruption ready for the defensive player, or even for the aggressive. He can find some sort of setup. Mind control will be feared by Quoikfer as Boxy and the bear chase down the Wyvern. Another route into the crash. Mind control dies. Liquid now getting ahead in terms of these kills. Every single time, NIGMA, they're trying to play out a little too broken up, and Liquid are responding. They're getting these pickoffs, and they're now starting to create quite an advantage. A 3K jump up in a game that up until now has been pretty static. It's been very close. Liquid are certainly, they're going to be hitting these timings a little quicker than the NIGMAs, for instance. Now, Weehar, after that death, he's back on track for just trying to finish off his Mithril Hammer. At this rate, Quoikfer, he's probably going to have his own Deso done on the Lone Druid before the TA has hers.
Dire's middle tower is
Double
under
damage
attack.
empowers me.
Blessings.
It is. No, it absolutely is. With the ways that numbers have been changed and gold available on the map, because of the overall increase in terms of just value of the game is much slower. The difference is you have, it's really amplified. This 4K is sort of, a patch or two ago, this maybe would have been, I don't know, like even maybe double that in terms of a net worth advantage, especially in a game with this many sort of kills.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Players here.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top
Weehar
tower has
was able to take down the tier 2 on his own. They let that one go. That will give the Deso done. Both teams now with their Desos online. Weehar has his on his way, and Quoikfer's done his on the bear. So these fights definitely feeling more difficult for NIGMA, as you say, in the sense that for them the pressure is much higher on less heroes. It's on these two heroes. It's on both Weehar and Miracle to make the plays happen, whereas with Liquid they just have so many more outs and ways they can successfully win a team fight. Again, Weehar.
Illusion.
Yep. A bit of a movement onto the illusion.
Oh, snap.
It's NIGMA. They are prepared, obviously, with that reveal from Liquid. NIGMA keeping themselves closed up together around mid. Mind control finally having that Mask of Madness done, but absolutely not a timing that he's going to be writing home. About 22 minutes in, it's been a slow game for the offlane Wyvern. Miracle wants to start something here. Boxy is just immediately going to go for the TP out, but they've got TP cancelled. Bringing him in with the Sinister Gaze. Boxy will fall, and a significant part of the team fight of Liquid taken away. So NIGMA, they can resume business and push down another lane, take another tier 2. As they do continue to eat up so much more of the map than Liquid's been able to do so themselves. Liquid's still only taking one tier 1 tower so far this game, whereas they themselves have lost multiple tier 1s and tier 2s to the pressure of NIGMA. Should be able to kill this with Weehar's damage. Unless Quaifa can do some amazing jukes. They've got the chains. This bear will fall. There's been more money into the pockets of NIGMA. Miracle will be the one to claim that tasty plus 300. That plus 300 going immediately into the funds for the Mithril Hammer, as that will get him the Maelstrom complete.
Boom! There it goes!
Nice room for Miracle. Lead in from GH with a hook shot straight away onto Tiger. The Splinter Blast as well, bringing Tiger low. Jump forward, attempted with the Remnants. The Arena's out, tries for the spear, but the Winter's Curse interrupts it all. Holds back Boxy. The Chain Frost out between Boxy and the bear. He's falling low on Mars. They do kill off the supports. Now they'll turn towards the core. Fear will push back Kuro. Cold Embrace offers him protection. Weeha ready to move forward and look for these kills. They're on to Quaifa's bear. This was a resummon. If they kill this off, that's no bear for a full minute. Back in with the Remnants. Miracle looks towards the hero. Chasing down Quaifa. The bear will fall. Quaifa without a summon for a full minute now, as the lone druid will get isolated. They've got to keep Quaifa alive. He's trying for the setup with his Wukongs. Does manage to lock down mind control in the middle of the ult. The rest of NIGMA's cores, though, can step away to safety.
Excellent.
Rock it on!
And they should be able to do it easily here. We are getting the meld hit stacked up. This Rosh will melt very quickly. Liquid would have to make an incredibly fast move to be able to challenge this. And yeah, there's no way they can close across to this area of the map within the time that would be required, as this Rosh is going to be dead and gone. Aegis into the hands of either it be Weeha or Miracle. I imagine you do want to still give it to the TA. This is the real powerhouse of a hero you have right now. Weeha is blink Deso. This is time for him to just commit onto the backliners, and before he loses that Aegis each fight, he should have a good solid opportunity of easily bringing down at least two of the squishier heroes on Liquid's backlines.
Players here!
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is falling.
Miracle's looking
Dire's
mid.
bottom tower is under attack.
Coming!
This would be a hard fight for Liquid to receive.
Dire's bottom tower
Going
is
through
under
their cores twice, it's not going to be something easy, especially if they have to expend their ults to be able to do it the once in the team fights. As NIGMA, they're being respected, they're getting the space. Another tier 2's down now, removing all outer towers from Liquid's map. Amongst this chaos of this sort of 22 to 25 game at 27 minutes in, Weeha has been able to keep those timings solid.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're really leaving Liquid no chances of getting any sort of split push going. Just forcing Liquid to be held right in the base.
Do it with flair!
high ground defense. This is going to be where it's, you know, Liquid are going to have to try and find some sort of big play, punish some sort of overcommitment. We are. It's going to almost certainly fall the once, and it will do so. Curse also being used quite early this fight. Only onto the bear, so now no Curse to rely on. In he comes for a second time. And they'll get the BKB up, but he's being bashed. He's straight up dead. Dead for 70 seconds. Now they turn towards Kuro. The Ignis Fardus out as well, bringing in mind controls. Wyvern Kuro knocked back into it. Attempts for a TP out that's immediately shut down. Liquid will hold as NIGMA, they're led into a bad attempt at pushing high ground. We are feeling too overconfident, gets taken down immediately twice. Aegis and his second life wiped out of the game immediately, and that will hurt them. With 3 heroes out, Liquid, they're free to push back. And in a game where Liquid as a team, they actually have the advantage, there's still a lot of potential gold on the map for them to clean up. They start getting these towers, this lead from Liquid is going to massively amp up, and taking towers, they can certainly do. With this Deso build on the bear, Quoifer, he just tears through objectives when he gets the opportunity to get out of the map.
Never refuse gold given.
Jackpot.
Yeah, it's one of those lineups that you're pushing into as NIGMA that has a million ways to catch you after the Aegis goes, instantly with Fears, with Ignis Farduses, with Spears. Lots of ways to get on top of the hero when they respawn. Outside of the base, NIGMA will catch Boxy and Insania. They will manage to reinforce the advantage that they have. Again, this Ember TA combo, it's still very much their timing here at 30 minutes in, where these heroes are in the element. They've just got to be a little more cautious with the high ground push.
Do it with flair.
Should have a better shot this time. The hook shot into the back lines. GH, he's found Quoifer. Tries to separate the lone druid from his bear. The cold embrace keeping Kuro alive. They'll turn. The bear's dead. Instant resummon from Quoifer. BKB popped by Weeha. They'll use the Winter's Curse to just hold Mickey back, allow them time to reset and consider how they want to continue this fight. They don't have Kuro, so being outnumbered, they want to back away from this all. The trap slow will stop Liquid from being able to chase the members of NIGMA. Boxy's trying his best to get a Yule set up onto Miracle. See if he can quite close the gap. It's a bit of a bait though. They've got good warp vision here. NIGMA's setting up for the turnaround. Boxy, he'll get the arena off, but he's surrounded by the 3 of them. Tiger goes the Demonic Purge onto Miracle. Miracle is BKB backup. He pops it, looking to commit onto Boxy, staying on top here of this Mars. A defensive destruction from Tiger buys him a little more time. The bash is there for the bear. Miracle's going to die. The Splinter Blast will fly over to Boxy, but it's not enough damage. Boxy's going to live. And now NIGMA, they've got to try and get out of it. Weeha goes for the TP, but the bash is there. Weeha, he's dead once more. It's another failed push attempt from NIGMA. This time not only costing them Weeha, but Miracle's life as well.
Like a dip in the sacred pools.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
GH. Again, the curse just having to be used to ensure that they can get heroes out of there alive. The timings continue to be hit. Mickey, next item up on the shopping list will be the Skadi for the Monkey King. Of course, an item that has been severely buffed in the last patch.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, I guess Cold Embrace ain't going to do quite as much, right? Not that it was doing too much anyway, it's not really a game where you Cold Embrace someone, you're like, right, that hero's going to live. Normally they end up dying as soon as the Embrace ends. Oh yeah, you get it on everybody, you know what I mean? You get it on everybody. very nice to play against into lineups that do rely so heavily on a ranged hero, right, to do the damage. You know, this TA is going to get heavily hindered by the Skadi in these fights.
Players here. Invisibility.
And I think one of the big offsets sort of in the fights at the moment is the fact that you look at sort of the two offlaners. Sure, there's not a lot of gold in it between Boxy and Mind Control, but it just feels like Boxy on the Mars is able to have so much more impact than Mind Control can have with the Wyvern in these fights. Well, he's got the quiver. That's a nice one. Ensures an easy first hit with the Arctic Burn towards mid. Kuro is found out alone as Liquid certainly starting to feel a lot more stronger with their lineup now that they're getting these huge items online. The Skadi done on Mickey. They're hunting, jumping across the trees, seeing who they can find. They're looking towards GH. Mickey's in with the setup. GH being slowed down. Mind Control. He's got another curse again. Just trying to save his poor old support Clockwork. He's trying to kill off the bear. Does bring it low. Won't quite be able to finish it off. As the bears find Rosh is up. And Liquid, they're going to look to move immediately into it. I mean, GH could... I think this is all on GH going for a hookshot steal, if anything, here. They don't have Winter's Curse. Oh. That's... And they are respecting the respawn from Kuro. He's got his Chain Frost. They know that the ults are there, but Kuro actually walks in to Liquid, who are immediately there waiting to move on to the high ground. The arena's down, looking in both Miracle and Mind Control. Miracle pops the BKB as well as we are. They're trying to focus down Mickey. Mickey, can they keep this Monkey King alive? Tiger can. The disruption comes into play. Mickey will live for now, finally falls. They get the big kill, knocking Mickey out of the game. Boxy turns with a spear, pushing We Are down to the River. They'll kill off the Ember Spirit. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment. We Are still good to fight. That refraction back up, jumps over the wall with Boxy. Boxy's trying to back out of this, but he cannot escape. NIGMA come out on top with the 2 kills. Buyback from Miracle committed. As NIGMA know, if they can move in, take this Rosh, it's very hard for Liquid to do anything about it. Without their 2 big cores, Boxy and Mickey gone, this Aegis Cheese and of course the Aghanim Scepter will fall into the hands of NIGMA. And I think...
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Immortality.
Yep. And that buyback, you know, from Miracle, you know what he's thinking about? He was just thinking about getting his hands on that Aghanims because, I mean, he has it. They get the Rosh, of course. He's going to be the one to take that Aghanim's blessing. And, I mean, already, you know, I think this Aghanims, honestly, is one of the best in the game. The fact that he's managed to pick that up for free from Roshan, the hero's potential, it just skyrockets. You know, already Miracle's been able to have a good game. With this Aghanims, suddenly it's very hard to play against. Any sort of cracks in the team fight of Liquid will instantly get punished by this Ember Spirit getting it straight on top of you. Oh, absolutely. I think there's no contest here. You get the Ags on the Ember Spirit. I mean, so I'm a little surprised we've seen obviously a lot of Ember, but it very much feels like that a lot of the pros don't really feel the value in necessarily building the Aghanims very early or if at all. But once you have it in your hands, the game becomes so much easier to just dance around.
Coming in.
And just sort of bait out a lot of responses from Liquid's lineup in terms of getting them to to pop early disruption. Suddenly this disruption save, it's not going to be quite as effective because of the way that you are able to easily weave in and out of the fights as an Ember with the Axe. Miracle. Let's look for the catch on Insania. And Insania is not getting out of this one. The kill picked up as they move the push in towards the base. Already Weehaw working in on that top lane. Last time round with the Aegis and Cheese, things did not grow great for NIGMA. We'll see if they're able to pull it off better this time round, as the high ground pushes are definitely where the difficulty lies for NIGMA. They can push towers very quickly, of course, with the TA and the Deso, but Liquid, they have some great mechanisms to holding the high ground. Their ultimate combination is not easy to tackle when you're moving in from a low ground position. Oh shit, basically a global X. It's a long reach with that. I mean, it's very hard to play into. If he, you know, because even when you don't have vision, it's likely he's going to be able to reach you from fog at that sort of cast range buff.
Boom! There it goes.
Yeah, no, it messes up the hero entirely. Yep, you. Yeah, I think it's mainly going to be Mickey that he's looking for sure. We are. Just wants to get on top of him, take him out. Mickey is closing in. Well, I say closing in though. He's still quite far away from the BKB.
Flares here.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, if they wanted to play it the safest way, it really would be just getting that Rapier on Weehaw. With the Rapier on Weehaw, then you are going to be guaranteed to just pop in the BKB, nullify it. Whoever you're on top of, they will die. Very little ways, other than the disruption, really, to save someone from that TA's onslaught. Yeah, whoever gets his hands on will die.
Courier has been killed.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. 3 minutes.
Says they, and so do I.
3 minutes, no Hex on Insania. Oh, that's a deep hook shot. GH, he's straight in there. Threads the needle, gets through to Tiger on the backlines. We are pots the BKB. He's trying to take down the bear. The arena's out. They'll look to pull Mickey out of it. Mickey moving towards Weehaw, but he needs to get out of it. They pop the Chain Frost, bounces between him and the bear. Jump forward with the Remnants. They're going in. Miracle committing with his own BKB. He's on top of Quite for another Remnant. Bursting Quite for low, but he gets the true form out. He'll be able to back away with that increased HP. A huge boundless strike. In fact, as they turn, they slam down the Aegis. Weehaw, he's dead the once. And they're ready to do it a second time. He's able to get the blink off. Winter's Curse gives him the coverage to escape. A disruption keeps Mars protected from Mickey beating into his own teammate. The curse won't warrant them a kill, but it does allow Weehaw to safely blink out. Mars does still fall. GH goes back in with another deep hook shot. Gets the kill done. And Mars, Boxy, he's 60 seconds out, has got a buyback, but with the arena are already expended, a lot of that team fight high ground defense from Liquid is not available. NIGMA now have a good opening to take some of these structures away from Liquid. They'll focus the bottom racks. Quoifer jumps in with the bear, Abyssal Blade onto Weehaw. Buyback comes out from Mars, and Weehaw's in trouble. They're using the cold embrace to try and keep him safe in the arena. It's back up, Weeha's trapped in, so is GH. They've killed off two. NIGMA's got to get out of there. He's trying to get out. Kuro, TP's cancelled by a fear. Liquid, they'll clean up another mind control. His TP won't be successful either as the spear clips him from Boxy. And what looked to be maybe a chance to push in and get something done after being able to survive through that initial defense from Liquid mid, they didn't actually get anything. They did half damage to the melee racks down bottom, but as it stands, all melee racks are still alive. NIGMA still struggling to be able to move on and get anywhere closer to closing this game out. Liquid, they're holding on to perfection.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And this Abyssal Blade from Quakefoot just messes with the entire way that Weehaw wants to play his hero. He no longer could just jump in and commit because that Abyssal will be there through the BKB, ruining a fair few seconds of his opportunity to try and delete a hero. The TA's game, as this game continues, it's not getting any easier. Liquid are able to itemize in a way that certainly that TA strong point, it's starting to fall into the distance. Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, he hits like a... yeah. The bashes will certainly be there. And the roots. In terms of BKB durations, what are we down to here? 6 seconds on Weehaw. And for Miracle, still got 7. They're moving in, NIGMA. GH is trying to go in onto Mickey. It's a little scary because Liquid do have all ults available. They turn with the Abyssal Blade onto Miracle. The follow-up Boundless Strike. If they got any other follow-up, the Hex is there from Insania. The Ignis Fardus is down, pulling Miracle in. Miracle still gets the chance to put the BKB, but he's been cold embraced as well. Mind Control's trying to help him. He gets the chance to Sleight of Fist, jumps over the Remnant towards Insania, but another disruption from Tiger holds Miracle in place. The poison's in. Miracle, he's just dead. GH is trying to finish off Tiger in response. Miracle buys back, straight over towards the Remnant, moves over towards Insania with the Spirit Vessel, but Insania, he's keeping the distance. Boxy, he turns after the Yules, locks him into the tree with the spear. Hex from Insania once again. Another cold embrace being used, trying to keep this Ember alive. He brought back for this. They cannot afford to let him die. But the chain stun from the root, the Abyssal, Miracle's dead for 2 minutes. The die back in place. He's trying to run, but again, another clip from Boxy throws him straight forward towards the tree, into the clumsy net. Weeha's trying to fight back into this Mars, but Boxy and his shield is too damn strong. He's got to get out of it. Another blink, but another Hex. Insania for the 3rd time this team fight, locking down the cause of NIGMA. They're not ready to play into this sort of cast range Hex play from the cold, and it's another fight that's easily in the bag for Liquid. And now NIGMA, they're out without 2 of their cores, soon to be without 3 for over a minute. No buyback on Miracle, no buyback on Weehaw. Liquid, they can run down mid and get a hell of a lot damage done.
To the field of war.
They had that timing to play to this game, NIGMA, but they may have just slipped up a little too much. The high ground push is starting with that first attempt on the bottom lane, with that initial Aegis just beginning to be a bit of a sign of how the rest of the game was to continue, with Liquid holding, and now at a point where NIGMA, their lineup, it's missed that strong point. It's missed that mid game where this Ember TA is as deadly as possible. And even in the late game where TA can be strong, Liquid, they just have a beautiful number of answers. There's no way for Weehaw to play their games. They're getting locked down even through Magic Immunity. The mid-racks, Liquid, they push on a beat, going over to one tier 4. So bikes there from Kuroki. Both the Ember and the TA will be back in 10 seconds. So Liquid, they will respect that. But they're now 10k, they're up a set of racks, something that NIGMA's been unable to achieve for the entirety of this game, 46 minutes in. And at this point, with their lineups, this is not going to get any easier for NIGMA. who's taking the exit. I think you're right. I think Mickey's going to want to grab that for sure. Oh, no, it's T. All right, Tiger says. I mean, it's an incredible axe upgrade for him. I mean, and as much as it would be nice for Mickey, you know, Mickey's already doing his job with the items he has, right? You know, if anything, you could argue that the difference in power level will increase more if you give that axe to the SD rather than the Monkey King in terms of your entire team outlook. Yeah, these 3 charges are really going to make... We've already seen sort of the kite potential from Liquid in these team fights. What have we got?
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, damn. That's 3,000 damage on us. That's a lot of deeps. Tiger's going to just... I mean, he straight up kills someone. Just bam, bam, bam. And these BKBs, I mean, they're pretty much all down to 5 seconds, aren't they? But yeah, 6 seconds, it's getting there. There's less of a timing he can fight around. Yeah, I mean, it's not that they haven't been already, but at this point, you know, Insane with his Hex, Tiger with the Ags, you know, it's time for sort of the supports to steal the show for Liquid. These supports, you've got to get on them. You know, we talked earlier how they had this window where WeHard can jump in and kill a support. He has to now. If he doesn't kill these supports will just control the entirety of NIGMA's cores.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right. Yeah. He did have that earlier. I don't know where that disappeared to. Yeah, but, yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that bear is doesn't get much more kitted out than this. This bear is quite the nightmare for NIGMA.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah. And it's a lot. That's a lot. 100 HP regen. Not 90. Not 90. 100. It's a big old getting into the 3 digits there. You know, NIGMA, with the way those last few fights have gone, WeHard earlier was dreaming of the rapier. He knows that he needs something quicker and he needs something that's going to allow him to get that kill on the hero he jumps on. And obviously the Bloodthorn Nullifier combo will be enough. At least it should be. Still the disruption is there for the counterplay. But whoever he gets on top. That is, yeah, it's very true. That is very true. They don't right though. You know, Mickey doesn't. He's not gone for a build. So yeah, it's just all going to be on target to save people with disruptions if they do get jumped on by this combo. These towers just falling in a matter of seconds to the bear. NIGMA is very much one team fight away from losing this game, it feels. If there's any opportunity for Quoyford to get into the base, he's just going to be able to end this one. I don't know if it's going to do enough work to save NIGMA from the position they seem to be in right now. The tier 3 taken. Again, these curses not really doing much other than prolonging the inevitable. So it will allow them to kill the bear once, so this time having a bit more of an impact in that sense, and that'll be at least enough to make Liquid think twice about how they want to push him for this. You know, Quakefair still with a lot of money to spend. And he's, you know, he has his Ags done, so, you know, we're messing around with the overclock. As an Ags, do you like the clockwork Ags, or do you feel it's a bit of a meme?
Rock it on.
Okay. Oh. Oh, well, that's cute. That's smart. I like it. That's some big brain stuff. I don't know if the brain's going to be quite big enough to hold this, but maybe. GH is a beautiful hook shot straight in onto Tiger and Moxie. Straight away they'll turn with that Hex. On to Ember. Miracle pushed back by the spear. They're now turn their focus towards Boxy. He's been silenced and nullified. Still very tanky and still with a BKB charge ready to use if he feels threatened. They're staying in, and Enigma's Fantas will be laid out by Insania. Breach in with the Remnant. Miracle tries to go for Boxy. Miracle pots the BKB, jumps over towards the supports. He's trying for Insania. The Demonic Purge is laid down onto Miracle. That's a triple purge. He's going to take a huge amount of damage from this Miracle. Whoa, and he's gone. The Aghanims, it does it there. Those purges getting them the kill. They'll lose the Kotl, but again, Liquid taking the better trade. Those 3 Demonic Purge charges, they will delete heroes, and we saw it just there. Yes, so popping the BKB won't remove it. But you will still be BKB'd, you know. So there's yeah. No. I mean the main thing to bear in mind is, you know, if you're able to get the nullifier on someone like the Monkey King, he pots BKB, he's still not going to be able to rely on getting the Jingu Mastery stacks built up. He's going to be screwed for the duration of that nullifier. To be fair, I'm an idiot. I could keep talking about mid case if he doesn't have a BKB. Not that he doesn't need one. I mean, yeah. The Manta, there you go. The Manta won't remove it. I mean, not that it would remove it before because you couldn't press Manta. Either way, Nullifier is a great item. I don't know if it's great enough of an item to save them here. He still needs that next sort of big thing on top of it. He's got 2,500. I think if anything, he might want to be getting that Divine Rapier back on his shopping list. They need some sort of huge item to swing this game around. It's 54 minutes in. Liquid very much getting closer and closer to end this.
You two, follow me!
Getting close. Yeah, just oh yeah, on Liquid. Just on a NIGMA that was still short on a few heroes. Quite a bit short on the, well, even Mind Controllers. And Mind Controllers has had a rough time this game on the Wyvern. They level 21, so not really there in gold, and certainly not there in XP either this match. Yep. Yeah, but at least you got a Kotl, right? It can keep buffing you up, speeding up a little bit, right?
Never refuse gold given.
Radiant are scanning.
Coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I think in real life, rockets would probably beat a bear, but in this game, I think the bears want to be feared a little more in terms of its pushing capability. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, your base gonna die if you don't stop this bear. Roshan, I mean, this is the 5th Roshan. It's been a long time where I've seen a game where 5 Roshans have died in a game, you know what I mean? You know, we sort of said it from the off, this was not going to be a game that finished early. We're 56 minutes into this one. Sure, at this point, it is looking very close to being in the bag for Liquid, but NIGMA are still holding on. Weehar's gold does continue to climb. He's 4,500 in. He is close to that Rapier sort of gold if he does want to go for it. Obviously does mean that he has to mess up his inventory a little bit. If he wants to slot some sort of big item like the Rapier into it at this stage. Yeah.
Boom, there it goes.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of. I mean, even on NIGMA, GH, he's just walking around with a casual 6K. I wonder where he wants to go. Maybe he wants to build something that works well with the attack speed that he gets from overclocking. I mean, could he go sort of like an Abyssal himself? Do you think that would sort of help?
Coming in.
Yeah.
Behind.
Haste!
Sure. Yeah, because
And it's off.
I mean, yeah, Roche at this point in the game with the Ags and Refresher Shard guaranteed, it's just a huge objective to let go. And NIGMA, with the amount that they've fallen behind, they cannot afford to let it go. If Liquid get this Aegis and Cheese, Refresher Shard and Aghanim's, the base defense, it's going to be borderline impossible for NIGMA to pull off. They've got to fight Liquid around this area. Definitely, without a doubt, on top of those buybacks, just the consideration of what to do with the gold right now. We're getting closer as well to the 60-minute mark. We are going to start seeing the big items come out. Are there any particular items that you think anybody's sort of dreaming of in this match? Anyone wants to get a hold of a certain tier 5 item this game? I wouldn't mind seeing a pirate hat on the bear. Oh! Curse is protecting him, but he's been hexed in the bounce strike. He's got the demonic purge on him as well. He pops the BKB. The Ignis Fighters is out. They'll turn towards the bear, trying to kill it off, but Quaifa, he's able to get the bear out with the BKB. Quaifa's bear will live. Has anyone spent their gold yet? No, I mean, both Weehaw and GH, they're reaching into sort of the 7K gold territory. I mean, you can tell at the moment the players, they're on the edge of their seats. This game's getting pretty wild. We're hitting the 60-minute mark. Liquid, they're heading in for another Roshan. Oh, they got to get in there quick if they want to try and stop this. GH has got to look for some big ball plays. Got to get the timing perfectly with a hook shot. If they want to try and put a stop to this, the Hex is out onto Miracle. Miracle's got to be careful. Weehaw tries to focus the target on the backlines with the BKBs. Looking towards the call, he'll get it. Insania's dead. GH, he jumps over to the side. I've got two of them in the cogs. BK pops the Wuko's command. Call in place. It'll heal Weehaw off, but he's still getting bursted down with the demonic purges from Tiger. Tiger buyback as well from Insania and Weehaw. They're moving back towards the pit. Miracle's in trouble. Lockdown in the Wuko's command. He's dead for 100 seconds. No buyback on the Ember. GH will fall. Buyback from both GH and Miracle. NIGMA, no, they cannot let this Roche go into the hands of Liquid. But Liquid, they're going to move straight back in. Midcase also found a DD room. Roche is falling low. They do manage to curse. They're looking for the steal. Weehaw, he jumps in, but he gets disrupted. He was able to pick up the edges though and the cheese in time. Can they kill him off the 2 times in a row? They'll get him the once. The Chain Frost bouncing a few times over onto Midcase. Midcase did manage to grab both the Refresher Shard and the Aghanims for himself. They'll kill off Weehaw a second time. That's a dieback on the TA. They'll move over towards GH. This should be the end of the game as it looks, as Mind Control is also out. He has got a buyback, but it's only going to be him and Kuro available for the defense. Liquid are ready to run down mid, and they're ready to finally put an end to this game here, touching onto the 61-minute mark.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant